to Randyness. If you're new here to the channel, welcome to the place where real guys are made. If you are not familiar with who I am Randyness, and I am sitting here talking with the people from Recoil In Horror. Ian and MJ, what is going on, you guys?
How you doing, bud? We're doing good. How are you?
Hi, Randy. How's it going?
It's going good. I'm super glad to get you guys finally on the channel. I've been waiting for a long time, and I'm glad we're here to do this.
We are very happy to oblige, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so firstly, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the guys who couldn't be here.
Which is
go ahead.
Martin Horror,
and Chris Simmons.
Chris Simmons,
and Elijah Losh.
Elijah Losh, our drummer.
Drummer of, yeah, our drummer.
But yeah, shout out to all of you guys who could not be here. First of all, I would just like to say it is an absolute fucking honor to have you guys here. I've been doing these reactions for a while now, and the fact that I've been able to do one with Gorepig and then another one with you guys, I feel like we're finally getting somewhere with these things, and I couldn't be happier to have you guys here with me, because I've got a lot to talk about with you guys. Okay, I'm just gonna throw that out there.
No, man, that's great. And, you know, dude, you work really hard and you work your ass off. And
the feeling is mutual.
Yeah, the feeling is mutual, man.
It's an honor to be a part of Randyness.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. So we feel the same about you, my friend.
I am very happy to have you guys here. As I've already said 1,600 times in the beginning of this video. Unfortunately, we are not using face cam because I'm not ready for that yet. So you just have to listen. If you're stopping by the channel and you're listening, you're just gonna have to deal with it, okay? But yeah, let's.
I like to think you have a very charismatic voice, as do we. So if you're listening, you know, enjoy it.
Lots of energy here. But first question for you guys, okay? How did you guys come up with the name Recoil In Horror? Like whenever you guys were talking about being like in a band or whatever, how did you guys initially come up with the origin for what you guys have today?
So I love this question, man, because it's a super cool story. So Mandy was involved in a car accident.
Yeah, for people who don't know, the MJ is Mandy Jean, not like anything else that's appropriated with MJ.
Mandy was in a car accident, and when she was recovering, she started to describe to me what her first initial reaction when she realized that she was really hurt. And she said that it made her recoil in horror when she's looking at the extent of her injuries. And it was just kind of something that was burned into my psyche, because I was literally talking to her on the phone during when the accident happened and when she was in the hospital. And so it just stuck with me. And then when Mandy got better, she looked at me and was like, you know, what do you want to do? You know, how do I repay you? And I was joking at the time. I was completely joking. I was like, well, you can help me get back on stage again, you know, because I just thought it would never happen, because I've done this before. So we started making music, and then I didn't know what to call the name at all. And so I started writing for the first track for Lamia's Rot, and I started writing from a lot of inspirations, and I had remembered the way that Mandy was describing the accident about it made her recoil in horror. And I just thought it was appropriate. It just stuck the psychological aspect of it, because I really like the psychological elements of her music. And that's how that name came to be.
That's actually it's a really interesting concept, actually, because I've never actually heard anything like that before. That's
well, we want to make something positive out of something that was really negative. And when I write music, I want to write it to empower people and motivate people to get through whatever they're dealing with.
During the whole time that I was in a wheelchair, the surgeons that worked on me told me that I was not going to walk again, and if I was, it was going to be with some form of assistance. And throughout that entire time, I did nothing but listen to metal music when I would do my at-home therapy sessions, because I couldn't afford certain things because of how the medical system works. And I think Ian watching me recover and listen to bands very similar to Recoil In Horror were what fueled me to push me and motivate me to get me out of that wheelchair.
Big time.
And so that, I think, is something else that as this project, that's the thing that we try to do. Like Ian says, take something that's traumatic and turn it into something positive. So using metal music to heal you and motivate you is important, I believe.
Well, that's absolutely incredible. I don't even have. I'm at a loss of words. That's incredible.
Well, that's crazy. We weren't expecting it either.
No, you do not plan for something like that to happen in your life at all.
Right,
yeah.
right. You know, I can only imagine.
It was definitely an experience, to say the least. It was.
It's very, very heartfelt and very touching, because that's the entire premise behind the entire thing is incredible. I'm basically dumbfounded by the how incredible that is, because you guys literally just started something because he saw inspiration through you, and that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful.
I was kind of reminded, like, when I was younger, why did I start listening to and playing music that I liked? And as I got older, I kind of forgot, that music can really push people to be their higher self.
Absolutely.
And it's something that I had to relearn. And watching Mandy, just like, dude, she was listening to heavier shit than I was at the time too. She's listening to like Aborted and like all sorts of stuff, like Ingested and stuff. I love those bands too, but she would just sit there and just sing all the lyrics and just push through her physical therapies that we were doing. And it was the most motivational thing I've personally ever seen. And it reminded me why I started playing music in the first place. And I was like, you know what? I want to do this one more time.
You basically looked at her and you're like, yep, gotta put a ring on it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Yes.
It's weird too, because Metal Chick Mentality was created like before I met Ian. And so this whole thing kind of like ironically developed itself on its own. Like, I have always been obsessed with metal music, and I really found a lot of inspiration in so many bands. And one of the things that really pushed me into the heavier style of music was I lost my mom to suicide, and the band that I discovered during that time was Suicide Silence. And that was weird because it like pushed me out of this really crazy headspace. And so I just remembered that feeling and was like, I'm going to continue to keep feeling this way about metal music. And I want people to feel that too. I want people to feel that they can do anything. When they listen to music, it gives them that power, that personal power. And I'm really happy that Ian was impressed by it. I mean, it's weird.
She's more hardcore than any metal dude I know. She is.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No. You guys are pretty awesome.
The fact that you said that like you were listening to like Suicide Silence and stuff. One of the more famous, one of my more favorite quotes by Mitch Lucker was, "Keep listening to music because it'll literally get you through anything." So the fact that you took that and you incorporated it with how that you were already going through some of the stuff you were going through, that's crazy.
It's really funny that you bring up that quote, because that's exactly one of the number one reasons why I really found a calling into this heavier style of metal. I grew up on like Iron Maiden and Megadeth and all that old stuff. And I was born in 1980, so I came from that older metal thing, and the newer metal really pushed me into that. It's really cool. And this has just been a really awesome journey with Recoil In Horror. I feel.
I imagine so, because like, I was gonna say the first time I ever listened to you guys, I was like, how the fuck does nobody know about? Like, because you guys weren't nearly as big as you are now. But like at the beginning, whenever I first heard you guys, I was like, "How the fuck does nobody know who this is?" Like only a few people, like Martin and maybe 2 or 3 others on my channel, were like, you should. I think I might be able to pull it up on my like show the comment on this video, but I think somebody actually referred you guys to me, and it was like right after we had met. And I was like I said, I was completely blown away by you guys' sound, because I was, it was one of those things where I was like, these guys sound so good for as little as they are, like with your fan base and stuff, because not a lot of people know who you are. Not a lot of people know about you.
Right.
And I mean, like,
So,
you have credentials to your band's names, like you guys got CJ McCreery, and on
right. I mean, I think too, we've got a lot of attention from. So I used to play before in other bands that I'd like to remain nameless, just because I've moved on to better things, and I'm so happy with doing what I'm doing now. But I've actually, I was a touring musician for about 5 years, and so I had a lot of old friends that had played in bands like Veil of Maya and Human Abstract and His Blood Runs Black and things like that.
Unearth.
Yeah, Unearth, and All Shall Perish, and things like that.
Suicide
And,
Silence.
yeah, Suicide Silence. And so, I was kind of like just a fan that would keep showing up and would go to tours and festivals. And so they just kind of would like, who's that? They remember my face, And I found Aaron Chapirian online because I wanted to get a really good producer. And Aaron is just phenomenal and just an amazing person all around.
Aaron, if you're listening, we love you.
Yeah, we
Yes,
love you, Aaron.
all three of
Aaron
us love you.
Chapirian. Yeah. Aaron Chapirian is just awesome. So I made this band. Originally, I wanted to make a project to become a vocalist of a band to tour. This is kind of like a disfiguring the goddess type of thing. I just wanted to make a studio album to kind of get some attention so I could join a full-fledged project. Well, around track 2, Chris Simmons, who was formerly a Suffocate, it caught his attention, and he sent me a message, and he's like, hey, I'd really like to play guitar for this. And I was blown away by that. And he lives up here now. He lives in Portland. And I was blown away by that. And then originally I had scouted for a drummer for a while, and his name is Elijah Losh. And he's actually the drummer of Wada. And he lives here in Portland as well. And it took us a couple years because he's busy. He tours, and he's an instructor. He's just all around awesome musician guy. And we messaged him again. I said, hey, we'd really like you, would you be interested in doing this? And he agreed, which was just amazing. So it's like I started this project, and I have a former member of Suffocate and the current member of Awada in it, which is just humbling for me. And so I think that we're not as big as we're still pretty underground, and I'm enjoying that because I think every day we're gaining new fans and we're connecting with to them like this. And that's super rewarding to me.
Well, I just want to say on that note to make sure you guys support the underground deathcore scene.
Yes,
please.
I have said this since I want to say I have said this since the day that I made my Instagram account. It's literally in my my bio on Instagram, and it's never changed. Support the underground deathcore.
Yeah, on that note, I'm gonna give a shout out real quick because you bring up an excellent point, man. Check out people like Larry Harper and the White Bear Project, and Alex with Planet Killer, and Derek with Feast of Antipathy and Nightfall, and Devin Duarte of Worm Shepherd. Please check them out because those guys are gonna be the torchbearer. Like, I'm an older guy, right? Like, I'm older than these guys. These guys coming up are amazing.
Oh yeah.
There's so much
and
raw talent in
these guys are going to be the torch carriers into the next era of extreme metal.
You have a lot of people that are coming into this super humble and super just wanting to you to listen to their music.
Yes.
Just even
Yes.
if you put them on your Spotify, subscribe to their Spotify, subscribe to their YouTube channel, continue to support Randy and what he's doing because Randy, you really do have your ear to the ground. You really know what's up when it comes to underground bands, and it's cool.
I think it's important to be mindful that be accepting of projects that are different, that are also similar to the genre, because people want new music and they want it to evolve. So be open and receptive to bands that necessarily don't sound like what the status quo is. And allow yourself to expand a little bit because you're going to find some really great, if you read into some of these bands, dude, there's a lot of talent out there. There's a lot of talent out there.
It's like you were saying a few minutes ago, you had mentioned Emissary of the Butchered. That is your guys' most recent single that you put out, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
And you guys got, let me see here.
Julian Kersey.
Thank you. I was going to say, I've got it pulled up here on my phone, but you went ahead and said it. Yes, it's got Julian, and I've actually got. It says here from Google. Actually, you know, I've got you guys pulled up here. You got Emissary the Butcher, the Scholar Tempest featuring CJ McCreery. If you guys haven't listened to this stuff, you really, really should. You won't regret it. I promise you that. It says that you got a single cloud flare, which I personally have not listened to, which I need to. And then Lamaya's Rao, I guess that's how it's pronounced.
Oh, Lamia's Rot.
Lamia's Rot. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, but that's the four most the four songs that's got up here on Google. But what I was gonna say about Scholar Tempest is it is actually my second or third most listened to song on Spotify, and it's actually in my personal favorites. Like, I've got an entire playlist. It's got like 70 something songs, and
wow.
it's called My Gems, and you guys are right up there at the top because
Wow.
I listen to you guys so much that
That's
really
surreal. That's so surreal to me.
I'm gonna give you kind of like, yeah, thank you so much, dude. That does mean a lot to us. And I got kind of I'll give you some inside information. So the songs that we've released right now, think of those as demos because we do have a full length that's coming out in the first quarter of 2021.
Yes.
And so we've been getting feedback from people and kind of applying that to what the rest of the album is. So there's gonna be like an all new mix and master, and
you will recoil in horror
Yeah, you
with
definitely will,
happiness
yeah. Like,
of all the music that we will unleash in 2021.
we're really listening to what people say and how they feel, and we're applying it to that album. And Scholar Tempest and the songs, the four, the demo, I'll call it, like that's what's currently released. Those tracks are going to be on there, but they're going to be kind of like critiqued, and
we've got, believe it or not,
we're gonna tune them up a bit and do some cool stuff.
We've got some other really,
yeah, we got some.
That's the same. We've got a couple little gems. I'm going to use Randy's word, gems. We've got a couple of gems in there.
We have some gems in store for people.
Yeah, I think people are really going to enjoy them.
But going back to the question, Randy, though, I think sometimes gaining a following takes time.
Yeah.
Yes,
And the coolest thing for me,
I can agree to that because I've been doing YouTube since 2015. So about getting close to 5 years now. I started in November of 2015, but I literally and I don't mean to like brag or boast or anything like that, but I literally just hit 4,000 subscribers after 5 years.
That's a good come up, man.
Yeah, and mind you, I started the YouTube thing without any idea that I was ever going to start doing reaction videos and stuff, but because of a friend of mine, his name's Will, he's the frontman of the band The Eldritch Grimoire. If you guys don't know who he is, I'd suggest you check them out. But
definitely check them out.
He referred to me. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Archspire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he referred to me that band, and I did one video, and here we are. You know, like 3.5 years later,
hey,
and
I like your gaming commentary too, dude.
Same.
I really enjoy your gaming videos as well. Your reactions are great. I love your channel.
Yeah,
your channel
I do greatly appreciate you guys saying that because it's been a struggle.
I think that's a common thing though for everybody. I mean, no matter if you're the platform for doing reactions and things like that, there's that you have to put in the work. You've got to hustle, and it's about putting your whole heart into it. And like you said, even if you don't start it with a certain intention, it'll find itself, for you in a way.
Yeah, and I'm kind of a nerd. Like, I like to research a lot of things, and you gotta remember certain things. Some of these great bands or great entertainers, like, they release content and it didn't get picked up till like 2 years after it was released, and then they'd sell millions of copies. And so there's a lot of really good talent right now, and sometimes it takes for the dust to settle to see those pillars of talent standing out there, man. And so anyone that's
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say, anyone that feels like discouraged or like you want to give up, like, don't, man. Like, because like I had the vocalist from the Red Chord contact me or connect, and like people from like members of Pathology, and I was just some kid in a studio, before like track 2, and I'm still sitting here like a studio guy, and like I'm talking to Chris Simmons, and I'm like, oh my god, this guy has toured like 14 countries with Suffocate, and I'm still very much a fan. I love new music, and I love all these guys that are out there. And sometimes for anyone that's listening, some people get really lucky and they get that attention off the bat. Sometimes, man, 5 years after you release something, they can go viral because there's so much stuff that's out there. So just never give up and always keep doing it, because it's the best thing that it's the best choice that I made. And I'm so thankful that Mandy pushed me into
believe in yourself.
To believe in myself and to do this again, because I've done tours and stuff like that, and I was just like, like I was burned out, and I got a new life in me from like encounters like this, Randy, like talking with you and talking to all these people that I've been fans of for such a long time. And that's why I do it. That's my paycheck, and that's my reward, Well,
I want to say for the record that you guys actually found me. I believe you guys came to me through Instagram, if my memory does serve correctly.
Yes, I'm a big fan. Randy, Mandy, come on, put it together.
you got a good point. You got a good point. But you guys, when I first listened to your music, I didn't know what to expect, because it's like you mentioned earlier. The first time like you listen to a song, even if it's not that good, like those guys are trying to do something, right? And like when I listened to you guys the first time, like whenever you sent me the first reaction I did for you guys when you guys sent me that song, it's so hard to know what you're gonna get into, especially when it's a group that you've never heard of. And I'm super glad and super fortunate that you guys reached out, because I was, like I said at the beginning of this, I was completely blown away by what I heard when I first listened to you guys, because your music, it's so powerful, and it brings such a distinct sound to just the entire genre of deathcore. Like if you guys are listening to this interview and you literally don't know who Recoil In Horror is, you're about to, because these guys, I've said this in the past, if you don't know who these guys are, you need to go check them out, because I support the living hell out of you guys because of your ability to continue to take that angry sound that you have, and then like with the new one that you guys recently put out a few months ago, I remember the first one, and then I listened to that one and I did the reaction for it, and I was like, you got better. Like I didn't even know it was possible that you could get better.
Oh, thank you.
It means a lot. I've been really practicing a lot too, because I play guitar for 15 years, and I didn't lose passion in it. I really lose my focus, because I can just sit here and write riffs, and it's just, I just end up writing a bunch of riffs, and they just sit there, and I record 50 of them in a day. And I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted to do something different this time around. And
we had a lot of positive people that pushed us into that direction, that made us change the protocol of the way normal musicians do things in the beginning. They're like, you know what, switch it up, do the opposite. And so we literally took that advice to heart, and we were like, let's try it. I mean, it's worth the risk. I mean, anything, honestly, and that goes for everybody out there that's listening. Take that risk. It's the one thing that you might be afraid of it, but it'll be the one thing that you'll be so thankful for in the end, that you took that risk. And it's an incredible feeling. It really is. I'm really proud of Ian, and I'm proud of everything that he's done, and the lyric that he writes, and the things that he writes about aren't about himself. They're not just they're about his life experiences, and also the experiences he's watched very close people that he cares about go through. And it's really, like you said, you're describing it, powerful. It's those words come through in the songs, and I enjoy it as a listener, not just being involved. I think that it's got something different, and I think that it's inspiring to other musicians too. And I think it's really cool that we found our niche, and that we're also inspiring other musicians in this community together to come together. That's what it's all about.
Yeah. And last thing I want to throw in there as far as that goes was, as far as deathcore in general, I listen to a ton of music. And so we have technical death metal aspects. We have symphonic death metal. We have slam. We have, gent or thal aspects. We have prog aspects, and so I'm a little bit older than what some of these bands are, which is fine. I feel young. I still feel in my 20s. So I'm taking the new inspiration from bands like White Bear Project, Planet Killer, list goes on, with the older crowd from early Born of Osiris and early Suicide Silence and All Shall Perish. And I've been kind of melding the most influential parts to create what we're doing. That's been my main focus. I love deathcore. I love death metal, and I love things that are heavy. I've tried other music and it just doesn't it lasts for a week. Yeah.
It's such an awesome community. It really truly is. There's so many people in metal right now that are so positive, and even though everything's really chaotic right now, there's so much positive coming out of this community, and it's great to be involved in all of that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you guys the truth. Whenever I first listened to deathcore, the metal subgenre, that subgenre specifically, it was stuff like Cannibal Corpse, and I wouldn't really consider Cannibal Corpse as deathcore. I really wouldn't. But I was listening to bands like them and a group called Splattered Mermaids and stuff like that. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I absolutely hated death metal when I first listened to it. I hated it.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. I was like, this is dumb. You can't understand what they're saying. And I was like, it's just noise. At first it sounded just like noise to me, and I hated it so much. And then I don't know what happened, but something along the lines of I gotten into, I think it was Attack, back when they were still a thing.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine showed me them, and I was like, this shit slaps, back when what's his name, the original vocalist of Attack. He doesn't even.
I forget his name. I know who you're talking about. I think Manny's gonna Google it.
Anywho, whenever I first listened to Attack, I was like, okay, they were some of the best stuff I'd listened to in the genre. And then one day I was at a friend of mine's house, and I was helping him clean, and he was listening to progressive rock radio, how if you get basic cable TV guide, stuff like that, you can get the music channels and stuff. Well, he had that playing, and My Damnation by Chelsea Grin came on, and I fell in love with it immediately.
Yes, definitely.
And that's honestly what started it all. I would give the credit to Chelsea Grin. They are still my favorite band to this day.
Yeah, they still are huge, but they definitely pushed. They did a lot of blending too, man. To me personally, this is my view on it. That first EP that they released, that really kind of not only blended deathcore, but some gore fucking core, some grindcore element. It's just super. That's the only band where I heard inhales outside of Winds of Plague that I was like, dude, this shit fits their music, dude. It's just raunchy and it was just super good. I'll never forget listening to that.
Whenever I listened to My Damnation, I looked them up on my shitty slide phone. I had one of those phones that you slid up, and it couldn't even play a whole track. So I was going to places like Mixer to see if the App Store had any ringtones and stuff for Chelsea Grin and stuff like that, and I found one, and it was a Recreant, and I was like, holy shit, I'd never heard it before, and then I was like, holy shit, this is fucking crazy. But yeah, that
song is the first song that I heard as well. Was Recreant, and what's crazy too was it's not every day that you get to tell that story to the person that wrote it. And in 2016, the last tour that Alex did with Chelsea Grin, I actually talked to him, and he's like, well, what was the song? And I was like, dude, it was Recreant. He's like, what? Do you want me to play it for you? And I was like, dude, oh my God, super, super great guy. One of the coolest people I've met. I've met so many different people, and Alex is he's one of a kind, and that song slaps. I love that song.
It's funny that you mentioned Alex because when I turned 23 years old, I I asked my wife, I was like, you know, can I buy the first EP that they put out? And I had to dig for it. Like, I had to go to the depths of the internet to find it. And I finally found one. And this guy, it was a used copy, but this guy was like, it's just sitting on my shelf, and it's just collecting dust. And I was like, well, I really want it. How much do you want for it? I spent $40 on that EP.
Wow, that's worth it.
And,
that's good.
And when it got to me, I opened it up, and it was signed by Alex.
Oh, wow.
Shut
dude.
up. Wow.
That's sick.
That's fucking awesome.
You sound like me with classic video games.
So, like, I literally have an album in my car that's signed by Alex.
That's so sick, dude.
That's so dope.
Awesome,
that is
dude.
so dope.
And
I love Alex.
The fact that I got it for $40 was an absolute steal.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
seriously,
dude.
yeah. Wow.
That's sweet.
That's a treasure right there.
Yes, it's one of those that I barely play it because I don't want it to get scratched up.
Yeah,
Definitely.
totally.
Yeah, I'd frame it, bro.
Make a
Yeah,
burn a copy. Burn
yeah.
a copy of
Burn a
that.
copy and frame
I'm
it.
definitely thinking about that, yes. But
Yeah, that's so cool.
speaking of CDs, okay,
Yes.
you guys are just said that you're going to be releasing an album soon.
Yep.
And I want to throw out. Do you guys still have your merch line? Like, do you still have the T-shirts and
Okay,
stuff
yeah.
that you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we have, right now we've got our Flair shirt, which was designed by the same amazing, talented kid from Indonesia that made our logo. And it's like an alien wasp creature. And that's available at recoilinhorror.com.
I own that shirt because of you guys.
We love you wearing it. I love the photos of it, and I'm actually.
Looks great for the kids. It's great for the grandparents.
Yes,
Looks
yes.
great for mom and dad.
Yeah, we've got, and now we've got buttons because you know we know there's the metalheads that love the vests and they love
Yes.
to deck out their vests, so you can put your butt. And I want to do like patches and stuff like that.
Yes.
With this 2021.
You need to do patches because I've started
Yeah.
collecting
with-
patches, so I would
It's-
love to have
they're-
that in
they're
my
coming.
collection.
The
Yeah,
2021
they're-
is going to bring a nice full list of stuff for that because we want to do like
Yeah, we're gonna have hoodies, we're gonna have shorts, we're gonna have beanies,
We're gonna do-
have a couple different prints and a couple different designs.
we're gonna
have
do
all
the
sorts of
CD.
stuff.
You will
Yeah,
get.
physical print CDs.
We will have physical printed
Yeah.
CDs. We
Which
will
I
have
will
an
buy.
LPs. Yes. Well, yeah. Thank you. In
Posters.
advance. We will have vinyls pressed. We will have a limited
Very
copy.
limited.
Very
We're
limited.
gonna press vinyls.
But we're gonna have some really awesome, like I said, gems cooked up here for the artwork for it. We're working with some really cool artists. Everybody will be able to get a nice, awesome, full,
And if you guys want to see merch and stuff released faster, you can buy the shirts and buttons that we already have.
Yeah,
Because
and
that
we
goes
also
right
have
back
stickers.
into.
Yep.
Goes right back into.
that helps us get closer to making those
yeah.
hoodies and all those fun
And,
things that
yeah.
you want.
For the guys who are interested in buying the merch from Recoil In Horror, I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can go check that out,
Thanks,
along
sir.
with every last piece of social media links that you guys
Thank
have
you.
as well.
Thank
They
you,
will
yeah.
be in the link in there will be a link for that in the description below.
I do have a link tree that you can take from our Instagram that you could use that has all of that in there. So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds good to me.
Another thing cool too, man, is a lot of this kind of caught both Manny and myself off guard because like we knew like we were creating something that sounded cool to us, and then the certain people that got in contact with us like shortly after releasing songs was like, dude, holy, like it was fucking awesome.
Yes.
It was super overwhelming. And so like after Chris joined and we recruited Elijah and that happened, we're like, okay, well this is serious now. Recoil Horror is like an official thing. So we've been pacing ourselves because we really want to release the best quality that we can. And
Because you guys deserve it.
yeah, because the fans deserve it. And I think once it's there and people hear the full album, they'll kind of grasp, because we've definitely been giving them teasers and stuff and what we've currently released and what we currently have available. But I think when they see the final product of what we are and who we are as a band, as a full group, I hope that it will appeal to every listener of metal, every listener of deathcore or death metal or something. I feel like there's a song in there for everyone.
Going back to the reactions that I did for you guys, like I said, the whenever I first listened to you guys, I was blown away by how you sounded, because you're literally you're so unknown within the community, and the fact that you have the sound that you do tells me that you guys are gonna be a huge deal, because the music that you produce is incredible. It's insanity how incredible it is.
That's honestly, we gotta give a shout out to Aaron. I do a lot of synth, and I do a lot more writing for the end of it.
I was just gonna say, Ian does the keyboards. I do not. I am just managing. Okay, because there's this weird rumor that like I'm the keyboard player that's like in the back, like the Phantom of the Opera. That is not me, folks. That is Ian. That is all Ian. And Aaron's an incredible, amazing, young, talented musician, producer. I am so honored that I get to work with him and talk with him, and Ian gets to work with him and this music.
I've had some of these riffs that I've given Aaron on the guitar. I've had saved for years now. So a lot of stuff that people are listening to, especially on newer material, stuff that I wrote back in, I don't know, 2011, 2012, 2014. Around that era. And Aaron's kind of taken those and remastered them into the versions I always wanted them to sound like. And not the whole song, but there's specific sections that I write for. And he just writes these masterpieces around them. And I'll send him a synth composure. I'm like, hey, I really don't know what to do with this, but it sounds cool. And he'll work with it off that. So Aaron really has brought to life this vision that I've had.
Well, the guy is an incredible composer, because I've listened to quite a few of the songs that he's produced, and his range is incredible.
Vast.
Yes, it is vast, and it is also incredible, because he's worked with several names that I absolutely adore in the metal community, and when he followed me back on Instagram, I was almost in tears, because I was like, this guy is a legend almost,
Yeah, he is, dude. He's an awesome guy,
and he's also super humble. He's super down to earth.
One more shout out that I forgot about: Kenny Stroh, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and Pathogens US. Pathogens. They just released an album like a couple weeks ago, and that is holy shit.
Wow.
Are you challenging me?
I am. I think I am. Dude, Pathogens is a great band.
I believe it's Pathogen.
Pathogen US, but that's another band that
I was gonna say, I'm
Aaron's
familiar
produced.
with Artificial Pathogen, but not the other.
Different band.
Obviously.
That's another one that Aaron produced, dude, and they're just phenomenal, dude. That's another great band that came out.
Well,
we love Aaron.
The guy that Mr. Martin Sheftelt. I think that's how it's pronounced. His last name's pronounced. I always.
Martin Sheftelt, you are good. You are good at that.
I was gonna say I always botch that man's last name, but
you nailed it. You nailed it right there. We call him Martin Horror because everybody's gotta have that.
He's my little brother, man.
Yeah, he is. He's our family.
Well,
we love him.
I've gotten the distinct honor of playing several games with him, and I love him to death. He is literally one of my favorite people to talk to on a daily basis. Like, I can't go a day without saying at least hi to him or something like that.
Yeah.
Martin is a super fucking amazing guy, and it sucks that he's not here to talk with us. But I fucking love Martin, and I hope he's listening to this, which I'm pretty sure he will be. But I just wanted him to know that he is very, very appreciated by me as well. I've come to know him very, very well, and he does stage equipment and stuff for you guys, correct?
So he came into the project very randomly. I worked as a manager for Hot Topic. Yes, I'm not gonna plug them, but whatever.
Okay, nice.
And, I'm not gonna be that. I walked away from them in the beginning of the year because this band just took over my life, which I'm happy about that. And one of my friends at work was like, "Hey, MJ has this band going on, and he's super into metal, and he had just moved here from Florida, I believe, and He was doing his thing, and he came over to me, and he was wearing a Slayer hat, and he was just like, your friend said you're doing this band, with your guy. And I'm like, yeah. Are you into metal? And I looked up and I was like, oh my God, of course you're into metal. You're wearing Slayer. Like, this is sick. And we just instantly clicked. I mean, we instantly, exchanged Instagrams, and I had him come out to, believe I'm bringing it back an old term here, street team. If you really want to get your band out there, form a street team, because they're the best, people to get your name of your band out there. I mean, I know it's not a big thing right now with COVID and everything, but Martin started off in the street team, and he's unstoppable. He's a great person. He's got a great energy, a great personality, and he just
funny as hell.
Yes, he is super funny.
I got a story that.
And he so we just kind of just kept saying, the more you want to get involved, the more you're allowed in, and then we're so happy to have him as part of our.
Sorry, I'm
group.
Really excited to tell the story because I just remember the story. Okay. So, not to cut Mandy off, but I'm really excited to tell the story about Martin. So, I like Martin right off the bat, right? He's just an awesome guy. I'm like, yeah, this is cool. Like, this poor kid has no idea what the fuck he just signed up for when we start touring. You know what I mean? He's carrying shit and fucking dealing with our farts and our burps and our snoring and stuff, because we are going to be touring. We definitely are going to be doing touring. Yes. We're going to go out and
we are allowed to.
Yeah, when we're allowed to.
To cut into your story real quick, whenever you guys are touring, please come through Texas, and I will make sure I will
Texas is the state of metal, man. Yeah, Texas is the mecca of metal.
I will go out of my way to make sure that I come see you guys.
Oh my gosh! Well, we will get you up on stage if we have to.
I'm gonna leave kind of some of the. I'm going to leave some details out of this. Okay. But anyways, we're coming back from a show that we went to go see. We went to go see Fit for an Autopsy in Portland. And Mandy and myself, Martin, are on the public transit that we took because we couldn't get an Uber for some reason. We had to go take it to get an Uber somewhere else, which is weird, but whatever. Weird. So we're driving, and there's an incredibly intoxicated person that gets on, and he's immediately starting problems with everybody, man. And I'm just like, fuck, please sit up front. Do not come back here. You know what I mean? I'm just like, don't do this shit. And of course, he comes up and sits right next to Mandy, and I'm like, here we go. This is where fucking shit gets real, right? And I think he was just drunk out of his mind. And so then he starts fucking chiming into Mandy. He starts just being a jerk. And I was like, calmly, I'm like, hey man, there's no need for this. Can you please just do not talk to her that way? And I got in between her and Mandy. And the dude stood up to sucker punch me or something. And I seen Martin coming out of the corner of my eye, over the right. He was just like he teleported from where he was sitting to my right shoulder. And I was just, and that guy in that one instance decided hey, maybe I shouldn't punch this guy. And that was the third or fourth time I hung out with Martin, and he was right there. And he's like, no one's gonna be here. He's young, I'm old, so he's protecting grandpa. You know what I mean? He's protecting the fucking geriatric metal guy. And I just, I'm just joking.
I'm just laughing at that.
But I love that kid right there, man, because I knew that he was a brother to me, and he has been. And,
he's our family. I mean, that's
it.
So are you, Randy.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the thing.
This band.
A lot of people don't realize that, come join the horror horde, as I'm calling it, the horror horde. Come join us, be our family, jam out, metal out with us. I think because Ian and I are very, I'll be 40 in a couple of weeks, and Ian's gonna be right up behind me. I think 40.
23.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, you're making me look so bad. But I know you're joking. And I don't know. We have this thing where, like I said, I was raised really old school metal, and I believe in that community. I believe in the metal family aspect of this, and I believe that you're all welcome. Everybody's welcome. It should never be a competition. It should never be. It's all about how we all support each other and how we all grow together.
That is a
and
fact.
and it's global, because I can say this with my heart, because
Bleak Flesh.
Bleak Flesh.
Bleak Flesh, my guy Matías. Yes, I fucking love Bleak
Matías.
Flesh.
Oh my god, that guy is the shred master. And so, yes, it's amazing, because we started with our own band logo being designed by this incredibly talented kid from Indonesia, and it's not stopped since. I truly believe that
we got really lucky. We're really thankful.
I truly believe.
It's crazy that you guys bring him up, because I was going to do a reaction to one of the songs by Bleak Flesh, and I asked him, I was like, would you be interested in making an intro like the one that you made for me, Ian? But like, he was like, sure, I'll even see if I can get the band in on it. And unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the whole band in on it, but he made me a intro, and I was like, holy shit, and it was like one of the, I want to say it was like the second or third intro I had received from an actual band member, and I was like, holy shit, because I was like, this guy is literally all the way across the world, and he made an intro for this little goober who lives down in West Texas, and like, I cannot show enough love to that man. He's done a lot for me, and
he does a lot. He really does for bands and entertainers and promoters. Like
he and Carl are really great. Carl Matt are so great. They're an incredible.
He doesn't matter if I'm reacting to his band or if I'm reacting to another band that he has no idea who it is. If I post it to Instagram, the man goes out of his way to make sure that he shares it on his stories, and like the Bleak Flesh main account on Instagram, he shared my stuff there, and like the guy is like I want to give him a damn hug, because he's so supportive, and it's really unreal how supportive that guy is, because he continues to support me to this day.
I think that's why I said, it's a global thing, because we really believe that
this scene won't exist. This scene just will go away if literally we do not start supporting each other's bands. It will just disappear. It's not like other music industries.
Everybody in every country.
Metal might not die, but like for how it is in the States compared to other parts of the world, like we need to come together and launch this shit as a team. Because I firmly believe that this shit can be as big as arena, like how arena metal, like not like hair metal again, but I personally believe that metal in the States can become as big as it is in places like Europe.
Yes, I agree with that. Because the guys in Bleak Flesh, they reached out to me quite like you guys did to see if I would check them out. And then like I want to say a few days later, I got another group from over in Chile called Omnipresence. I don't know if you guys are familiar with them.
Yes.
But they also have shown me an incredible amount of support, and I love those guys too. Like for some reason, I'm like a super fucking big hit over there, and I don't know why. But like ever since I did Recoil In not Recoil In Horror, because you guys aren't from Indonesia, but Bleak Flesh and Omnipresence, because of the work that I've done with them, I just blew the fuck up over there, and I've had at least a good 3 or 4 dozen bands from Chile come to me and be like, "Can you check us out?" Because of guys like them.
I want to give 2 more shout outs that I remembered. Other people that I think that are really awesome is Darian from, I think it's Zero Falmia.
Are you talking about Darian? I can't remember what his last name is. It starts with a D though.
I think so.
Are you talking about I think his last name is hang on, I can pull it up right here.
His band is Zero Falmia. I think that's how you pronounce it. He really likes Bloodborne. I'm butchering everything. I want to shout out to this guy. I hope I say his name right. And Jordan Swickward of Sick, dude. That's another band
I fucking love Jordan. Oh my god.
So I'm gonna look up Darian really quick.
I also want to shout out to Jacob Dring on Moon Devoured, because he.
Yes, Jacob. Thank you. Sorry.
Moon Devoured is.
Yeah,
Moon Devoured is.
Oh God, I hope I pronounced this right. If he's listening to this, I hope.
Oh, I got you. Darian Pilami.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That guy's dope. In Moon Presence, is his group as well, and that guy is.
You can't forget Obelisk.
Obelisk.
Yeah,
Yes.
That dude is sick. So
Yeah,
those are
he's a
things.
super down to earth guy. I love him.
So I want to give a shout out to those kids. No, they're not kids. Sorry, you guys are young men. I'm fucking old already. So you guys are awesome. So I just want to give a shout out to them as well. Something that I'm really looking forward to, man, is just getting out this live and meeting you guys in your hometown as soon as we're allowed to, and as soon as it's safe to.
Exactly. Please wear a mask.
Please
let
be courteous to other people.
Masks make metal happen.
Yeah,
okay?
masks make metal happen.
Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
it does.
Boom.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
masks make metal happen. Nice.
Okay,
Good one. On the spot.
Speaking of masks, I actually am about to drop a line of Randyness
Cool.
masks. So
I'll buy it.
Yes, I'm in. I'll buy it.
As soon as I can get confirmation from Spreadshirt that they're up and running again, I will be dropping a ton of merch. I've got T-shirts and stuff like that. Like my guy Martin, you know him, the guy that we've only been talking about for the past half hour. But he actually was one of the very first people when I relaunched my merchandise. He was one of the very first people to buy my merch. He bought one of the T-shirts that I made. If it don't breed, don't show me. He actually owns that, and that shirt is still available. I don't know if Spreadshirt is up and going because of the pandemic, but you guys can.
Well, you can't see it, but I am literally throwing the money in my wallet at the screen. So if it's coming up, I'm gonna get it. You can't see it, but it's happening right now.
But yes,
Take my word.
I plan on releasing masks. I want to do hats like flat hat, the flat bill hats, and I also want to do dad hats. I would love to get some wall flags made.
Nice.
Yes, yeah.
But my main focus right now is just getting some shirts out. Like, I know that my logo is pretty bland because it's just, it's just the.
I love your logo.
Well,
I love your logo.
I updated it a few weeks ago, but I added some headphones to it because I was like, I'm always wearing headphones, so might as well just like throw them in the logo. But that logo, the new one, will be on a T-shirt as well. I've got 3 Randyness T-shirts myself because I believe in my own hype.
Yes,
Absolutely.
you should. People, get on the Randyness train. Come on.
Become a real guy today.
Yes, a real guy.
But yeah, I forgot where I was going with this, but yeah, I should have some new merch come up very, very soon, and I'm excited to get that going as well.
Awesome, man. Yeah, and another tidbit I wanted to throw out there. There's a very good chance that we're going to be doing a live stream for our first Recoil In Horror concert. Don't quote me on that when it's going to happen, but we do have the capability and the resources to make it happen. So we're kind of focusing on getting this first album done. We're already writing ideas for the second EP.
Yes, Chris Simmons is a beast.
Yeah, Chris Simmons and I have been working on that. But the very good chance is we might be live streaming our first performance here in Portland.
And that's a thing about this time period right now. We're all really, especially for people that love the game as well, you're really getting the use out of your technology.
Yes.
Like, we're all really taking advantage of the digital age, and it's really kind of amazing. And I know it sounds ridiculous, but I'm really proud of knowing that there are other bands out there like Suicide Silence that did a virtual tour. I mean, they're the ones that are setting the pace for this digital thing. They're doing something bigger and it's great because it goes, again, worldwide. People can log in and get their tickets online and experience something that's totally different, and it's a different way of connecting, and I really like it. I know that it's hard because you've got a whole section of this industry that's not working because it's like the people on tour and all the roadies and stuff that, but when you participate in these internet live streams, you're helping that whole system come back together.
Shirts.
Yes.
Buy their shirts. Buy Randyness shirts. Buy the band I mentioned shirt.
And any band that you love, support that.
Love, yeah.
I mean, honestly, any band that you love, because I mean, it can't get any better than that support. That's what a band really cares about is giving them that support. Even if it's just shouting them out on your Instagram or whatever it is, just show the love, share the love, because we're in a really crazy time right now, and I think musicians just need that understanding that they still have their fans, they still have people there. And I know it's hard not going out to shows, but you know, we're doing what we can.
Well,
and
it's a lot like with these reaction videos. Like I had no idea that I would be where I'm at today with the making these kind of videos that I've been making and stuff. The thing about it is with me is the fact that I have been able to reach out and branch out accordingly with all of the underground metal that I appreciate and I love very dearly. The amount of support that I've gotten back from these same people like you guys and like Shrine of Malice and the guys over in Gore Pig and basically everybody who has continued to help me as well as me helping them. I love incorporating musicians and artists into my videos. Like that's the reason why I go out of my way to be like, you know, would you mind making me an intro for my videos, because I see that it doesn't matter if you have 20 fans or 2,000 fans, okay? If you're willing to go out of your way to make just a 3-second video for my channel, that is a huge fucking nod of approval in my eyes. Like the one you made for me, that MJ insisted that you do, where you're like, if you don't subscribe to Randyness, then I hope your Christmas presents suck. I died laughing when you sent me that. I'm not even kidding. I think it even killed Martin whenever he first saw it, because that shit was hilarious. And the fact that you guys did that for me, just I can't even thank you enough, because you guys.
You're very welcome.
You know,
you're very welcome.
You brought up a good point, because when you go to recoilinhorror.com and you go into featured, you will see both video reactions of Randyness, and you'll see Randyness's stamp on every single part of our website under our affiliates and partners, because I truly believe that incorporating your friends and the other artists that you work with and putting them out there as well. I mean, sure, it's our website, it's great, but that website would not be a website without having Randyness logo on every part of our little website. So, you know, if you're there and you're at recoilinhorror.com, scroll down, Randyness's logo is there. You click on it, it'll take you right to his YouTube channel. I made it very interactive and very easily interactive so that people can see all of the people that are involved in what we do, because that is a huge part. We cannot be who we are without your support, Randy, without so many other people.
Yeah, and
it's important to do that.
On that note, like for me personally, the amount of support that we've gotten from fans too, like you guys are literally helping fund our hosting fees. Like you've paid for, you know, merch designs and for
you're keeping
promotional
our website
stuff
running.
Like you're really honestly, like everything that we're bringing in is keeping our website up. And so I really value and appreciate everyone that's doing that, because it just means a lot to me. It means a lot to everyone involved.
Yeah,
but
it's so.
I didn't, you know, my paycheck are things like this, like sitting down and talking with you and meeting fans and answering questions. Like that's my paycheck. It's the only thing I've ever wanted out of this, and to play live. Like I fucking hate the studio, bro. Like I just want to get out there, and I'm a live performer. You know, I'm a different type of monster up there. And that's why I enjoy it.
I like whenever I first listened to the one that you guys did with CJ, and then listening to the one that you just recently released, there is a huge shift with the way that you sound from that song to the next one, and it's what, like whatever, because you guys have seen the reaction. I'm pretty sure you've seen it multiple times.
Yeah.
But the skit where I drop in the "This is such good shit," I literally I literally said that, and I was like, that's a perfect idea for a skit. So I cut myself out saying that, and I added that in, and I was like, that's hilarious. Like who's not gonna find that hilarious? Because
I did. I fucking loved it, dude.
Same. It's so great. Well, I think what you're hearing, like when you're describing the Scholar Tempest to Emassary of the Butchered, what a lot of people really, I guess that this is the perfect platform to do it. And again, thank you for this opportunity. What Ian does is when he writes a collab with somebody, he gives them their pick. They get to pick what they want, what part of the song they want to write on, and then he writes around them so that it's really complementing that collab in the best way possible. So you're hearing what he did on the Scholar Tempest with that collab, and then you're hearing what he did on Emissary of the Butchered with that collab. Because they're two different singers that are coming in, and he's really showcasing them by letting them, say, go ahead, here, you pick out which part you want, and I'll work around you. And I think that that's a whole nother different thing that Ian's bringing to this style of music, that a lot of artists that are kind of like, whoa, I don't know what to think next. Like, it's kind of like switching it up. And I think that's my reason for loving, what he's doing creatively.
Well, as we unwind here, I wanted to point out the fact that you guys, when you released the track Emissary, I like I said, I didn't know what to expect, but when I listened to it, I think you can see it in the video that I'm literally blown away by how good it sounds, because like you said, Aaron and basically you guys as a whole made it sound incredible. And I know I've said that a lot in this interview, but it's you guys like you said, you're family now, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate what you guys do, because it allows people like me to create the content that you guys in return enjoy, and it's a repeated cycle of showing love to one another, and that's what I find beautiful about this whole thing, because
totally
you can say one thing and then do another, and then turn around and like you can have the amount of love that somebody shows you, and then turn around and try to give it right back. And
yeah, it doesn't work that way though. It's like you gotta be very appreciative of what you have, man, and just, even if people don't show you respect right away, this is just my personal take on it, man. Just continue being kind to one another and appreciative of everything you have.
Yes.
Yes.
And
yes. It's like
that's
the following that I've accumulated through doing the metal reactions alone has basically tripled the amount of people who come and see me on a daily basis, like they click on my videos and stuff. That wouldn't be possible without people like you guys.
Well, it means a lot, dude.
Thank you so much.
I mean, we really as a whole, like, even I think Manny is more excited to get out on the road than I am. I'm super excited.
I just want to crowd surf again.
Yeah,
I just want to get these metal legs up in the crowd again.
I feel really, as a whole, as Recoil as a whole, are really looking forward and excited to bring this to people live, because it is going to happen and it's not going to stop. And I don't want to give too much away, but I think when people see the type of people we're going to be presenting that live experience, with, I'm
recoil in horror.
Yeah, you'll recoil in horror. It's Jesus. Good job. High five.
Hey, they don't call me the manager of the band for nothing.
But I'm excited for that, man, because it will give me personally a chance to meet more people and hear their stories and really take that in. And I really enjoy all the questions that people ask me, and I really enjoy interviews like this, especially with you.
Yes.
You're just awesome.
If I ever get the opportunity to meet you guys, you're both getting.
Oh, you will. Oh,
you're both getting a hug.
It's not going to take a tour. To make some good Texas Roadhouse barbecue, and we'll be there, dude. I'm ready. I'll bring some stuff, I'm in. I think this is the other thing, a lot of people are like, oh, man, I really hope you come here. I'm originally from New Jersey. So I have a lot of friends and family on the East Coast, and I also have lived in every time zone. So I've lived in the Midwest, I've lived in Mountain Time, and now I'm on the West Coast. And from traveling across the country, I've experienced live shows, and I know what each time zone, has. I know all the different styles of metal that come from each part of this country, we will come and see you.
Yeah.
I want to hit these states that have never really had, some of these acts there. You know, we want to make sure that everybody's getting the Recoil in Horror experience live, and you're gonna have a fun time. Get ready to mosh, get ready to circle pit, get ready to do a wall of death. Ian's gonna bring it. Ian's gonna bring it. I've never seen him on stage. I've seen some videos from his old stuff on stage. He was a guitar player, so I'm just as intrigued as everybody else. I want to see how this turns out, and I'm excited. We've got, like Ian said, you don't want to give a lot away, but we've got a lot of really good things coming up. We're really excited.
Okay, I'm going to give something away because we keep saying that we're not going to give something away.
Oh, we are.
I'm not going to. Hold on. I'm not going to directly give it away. Don't be surprised if there is a older band that had a pretty large following that comes out to play with us. Don't quote me on that, but it's a high possibility. And when people see that tour lineup, I think a lot of people are going to be happy. That's all I'm going to say. There's your hint.
And no, wait. We also do have an official Instagram giveaway that is coming up this week because I know that everybody's doing like September for like streaming and stuff like that. So I want to kind of get in on that. And we're going to we tried to do one before. One of our friends that's out in Australia was like super cool. And she wanted to do one for us. And it didn't work as well as we thought. But I'm gonna give it a go. We're gonna give it a go. And there's gonna be some really cool, neat things. There's gonna be some really cool stuff that we're gonna do. And it's all about everybody that supported us because you know we would not be where we are with all of the support, especially thanks to you, Randy. I mean, this has been such an experience. I was a little camera shy, and that's why Ian made the intro because I'm not the camera person. I'd rather, this is kind of chill. I like it. It's like you're hanging out in our living room. We love it. It's really fun.
And you know what? I respect that. The fact that you guys even sent me one was amazing. I really do appreciate it.
Ian's got the personality.
I'll send you a bunch more that you don't want.
Oh, you can sit there and make your promises.
I'll send you weird, just my day-to-day, nonchalant activities. I'll send you all that.
But as we wind down here in this incredible interview, I just wanted to tell you guys thank you for making time for this. And I know that we had to set it up a little. I know that it was set up a little wonky and stuff, but I do appreciate you guys making time for it.
Yeah, you're fine, bro.
We don't have to make time for you, Randy. That's the thing. This was not even a question. We were like, yes, we'll do it.
Birthdays, I'm skipping them. I don't care. Birthdays, I'm skipping them. It's
Christmas presents. Wedding. Christmas
wedding.
Presents.
I don't need.
No, who needs a wedding? No, nobody.
Lame.
Needs that. Lame. I think that's the other thing that people don't fully, or now they're gonna get it. Ian and I are best friends. I mean, I think that's the other thing when you go into something like this, you want to be best friends with each other. And Ian and I have Ian and I have a crazy friendship.
My wife, we've been together for 10 years.
I love that.
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. She's wonderful.
I appreciate that. I'm getting a little feedback.
Oh, here, I'll turn this down.
I can hear myself. It's okay. It's okay. But she is a big reason why I even do any of this, because she allows me to yell at a camera for 5 to 10 minutes in a sitting, and I honestly couldn't do it without her. Like she has allowed me to spend ridiculous, and when I say that, I do mean ridiculous amounts of money on new equipment, like a new mic and a new computer and stuff like that. Like I would not be half as successful as I am without her. Like you guys said, she's my best friend. We've been together for 10 years, and I wouldn't be able to do it without her, because she puts up with me literally a lot. And it's really funny because a lot of times she'll tell me, you guys are probably gonna laugh at this, but she'll tell me, like, especially like if it's a good song, she'll come in the back room and she's like, "It sounds like you're having sex in here. It must be a good track." So yeah.
On that note, I feel sorry for Manny because I'm constantly going around the house making zombie noises.
Yes,
it's great.
So
no, I mean,
live with that. Yes.
oh, it's great. Like he'll be in the shower and like this is like it sounds like you're being like attacked by a group of zombies in the shower. And he's like, oh, cool. All right, I guess that works.
And meanwhile, the shampoo bottles are clapping.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's definitely something like you said. I think it's really beautiful that you and your wife are best friends. Ian and I we're now starting our year 5, so we're halfway to you guys. We hope one day we could say we've been for a decade. And I don't know, it's like you said, you got to work with what you have, and that support is something that's important. I mean, you can't do anything without love and support, and I think that's why we're so about supporting as many people as we can and encouraging them in any positive way. And like you said, reciprocating, always coming back and giving back as much as we can.
Yes.
That's important.
Yes, and you guys, believe it or not, whenever when Ian told me that you guys were gonna send me like a care package with some stuff in it, I had no idea that you were gonna send me as much as you did with the stickers and the T-shirt. The T-shirt is one of my favorites. I have like a select few T-shirts that I specifically want to wear when I make my recordings, and like you guys, the Decayer shirt that I recently purchased. Shout out to Harrison of Decayer. Fucking love that guy too. Fuck, I can't remember. I'm stumped. But I have got a select few of T-shirts that I make sure that I have to wear whenever I record. And you guys, like I said, yours is one of my favorites. My 11-year-old daughter absolutely loves the design on it.
Awesome.
Oh, we gotta hook her up.
I just wanted to let you. I almost forgot to tell you that, but yeah, my 11-year-old absolutely loves the design. She has no idea what the hell it is, but she loves it.
It looks cool. It looks cool.
No, that's awesome.
Anyone interested in purchasing that shirt, it's printed on Gildan shirt company. I'm horrible at pitching stuff. Go buy a shirt. It's awesome.
No, like I said, I'll be leaving links for your merch and stuff.
Thank you.
That's so nice.
Is there anything else that you guys would like to shout, like anybody else that you'd like to shout out, or is there anything else that you'd like to maybe plug or anything like that?
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to the entire Bay Area of California.
Yeah.
Because you guys have
You
guys have changed my life, and you guys have supported. And there's a lot of names there, man. So the Bay Area, I want to give a shout out to Jordan Milner of The Breathing Process for literally being the first musician to contact me saying how he dug the project. And I want to give a shout out to all my East Coast homies, dude, because you guys have just been awesome. And you, of course, Randy, because it's you guys were there like from the beginning stages, and it's why I keep doing this. And I thank you, man. I'd like so much. So I thank all those people.
You're absolutely welcome, man. To both of you. I love you guys, and I don't know who the hell I would be if it wasn't for you guys. And like you said, there's a lot of people that I would love to say thank you to, but you guys especially, because you guys are like a big part of why I do what I do, and I like I said, I fucking love you guys. You guys are amazing.
Oh, thank you so much. We love you back.
Yes,
I mean, that's the thing. It's important to keep that relationship going, and it's your family.
We'll bring it to you live as soon as we can.
You're stuck with us, and we will be.
You're in restraining order territory now, buddy. So you better get a lawyer.
Well,
I'm not going.
I definitely look forward to the year 3021 when you guys finally can, start touring.
Yeah.
I think everybody's really excited.
All of our merchandise is going to go to Bubbles for the audience to wear.
Yes. Bubble pits will be a legend.
Hazmat suits. We will supply the hazmat suits.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Randy. Really appreciate it.
No, this has been really an incredible experience.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you so much.
I'm very, very glad that you guys took time out to sit down in here and talk with me. And
this is super fun.
I hope to one day get this done again, like in another time when maybe shit's not so crazy in the world, and maybe I could actually sit down one-on-one with you guys and like talk to you face to face as well.
Yes.
And
Let's do it.
I'm excited to see where the hell this goes because there's only time, only time will tell.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Right.
I'm excited as hell
Absolutely.
to one day get to see you guys live. I'm excited to get this video up, and I'm excited to get a physical copy of the CD that you guys are going to be releasing.
Absolutely. I got an independent single of a cover coming out in the next week or so too. So I will send you a link to that when it's finished.
And I will be sure to add it to my repertoire, my
Awesome.
laundry list of songs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, it's definitely unique. It's cool. I like it. I feel lucky that I got to help him pick it out. I think one of the most crazy experiences was helping him record vocals. I've never actually been around Ian when he does it. So this cover that he's doing was like a really interesting experience, and I learned something new. I like it. I think again, it's just about having fun with music, and it's about bringing people in this community together from all over the world. And thank you for being the host that always brings the awesomeness and the fucking primo quality metal, dude.
Thanks for being the best guy.
Yes.
Yes.
Guy.
Well, thank you guys.
Our guy.
My guys.
My guys.
But all right, my guys. That is probably going to be it for this one. I really did appreciate talking with you guys, and like I said, once again, I hope to one day do this face to face. And
Yes.
as always, stay freaking epic, my guys.
You
You as
too.
well.
We are freaking out of here.
Thank you.
Peace out.